Hello everybody, Lambkin here, hope you're all doing good. So today we just got the patch notes for what is going to become the first big balance update in Tekken 8's history, which is very exciting of course, and I'm gonna link the full patch notes in the description below. I'm not gonna talk about the whole thing, I'm just gonna go over the changes for law in this patch note. But overall, I think it's looking pretty good. I haven't read all of them yet, but I'm getting to it. I just want to give you these changes on law real quick, explain them, tell you what they mean. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Try and keep this short and nice today. So, and they give the reasoning for the changes in these patch notes as well. I'm gonna read those up. First change we have, and this is a very short list for law, by the way. We only have 3 changes coming up. Whether that's good or bad, that is, we'll leave that for now. First change is during the rage, down forward 1+2. So that's his rage art, of course. And what they say in these patch notes are the tracking ability of this move was slightly weaker compared to other rage arts, making it easier to evade with sidesteps than intended to. To address this, the tracking ability has been enhanced to make it more difficult to evade. Alright, so let's tackle that one first. So what that means basically is, see, the what they're talking about is that the first initial hit of Law's Rage Art, this one right here, has a weaker tracking, significantly weaker tracking than most other Rage Arts, meaning that some characters that utilize stances that has inbuilt evasion or inbuilt sidestepping, or characters that have good sidestepping in general, could sometimes evade the initial hit of this Rage Art right here. So what they're going to do about it is they're going to increase the hitbox, at least that's my guess, to make this hit more consistently and be harder to evade. So that's a really good change. I wouldn't necessarily call that a buff, since other rage arts don't really behave in this way, so it's more of an unintended behavior that's getting fixed. But nonetheless, that's a very good change. Make it easier for you to hit your rage art, and your rage art is such a valuable tool nowadays anyway, so it has to work properly. Next change, that is to back 4-3. It is this move right here. And let's see what they said. Well, back 4-3 adjusted to hit continuously even when hitting from behind. So what happened sometimes was that when you're hitting people in the back with back 4-3, there was a unintended behavior where sometimes they could evade the second hit even when they got hit in the back. And that is of course unintended. So they're going to fix that to make sure. I don't know if they're gonna change the hitbox or the hit properties, but they're gonna make it so that when you hit people with this, it's gonna the follow-up hit will connect every time as long as the first hit connects. So that's really good. It's good. This is a good wall splatting move. Minus 14 punish. I don't know. It's not necessarily the punish you would use to punish people on the back, but things like that just has to work properly. So it's a good thing, a very good thing that they're changing that as well. Again, I wouldn't necessarily call it a buff, it's just changing unintended behavior, really. And then the last one is a nerf, and it's to while standing 4. And they say this: the combo damage scaling after a counter hit has been adjusted to 70%. Alright, so let's tackle this one real quick. Let me go to counter hit. Okay, actually let me just first do like this. So I'm just gonna explain real quick like how combo scaling works in this game. So the first initial hit always does like 100%. If you look at the little gray box down in the left hand side of the screen where it says damage, you can see that this hit does 12 damage at 100%. The next hit is gonna scale, so you see the next hit is 70%, so it only does 8 damage, right? And combos in Tekken, from a normal launcher at least, it goes 100, 70, 50, 70, 50, 40, 30, and then it stays at 30 until you do like a wall break or a heat bound or something like that, and then it can scale below 30. But that's basically how combo scaling works. Now, if you do a counter hit, it's the same, although it will go 120 because counter hits always deal more damage, so it will go 120%. scaling, and then 70, 50, 40, 30, 30, 30, right? But this is not the case for while standing 4 guaranteed follow-ups, which is because your opponent stays grounded. Right now we're doing a juggle combo, that's why it instantly scales to 100 or 120 in this case, and then 70. But if you do, if your opponent is grounded, still standing on the ground, it will not scale. You see, the second hit, this is a guaranteed follow-up by the way, while standing 4, counter hit into DSS forward 2, 2-hit combo, 26 damage. First hit does 16 damage on 120% because of counter hit. Second hit does 10 damage at 100%, so you'll get 26 damage. This change, what it means basically is that it's gonna scale at 120, 70 instead of 120, 100. Meaning that the second hit here, instead of doing 10 damage, it's gonna do 7 damage, right? So what it means basically is that the guaranteed follow-ups on your DSS while standing 4 counter hits is gonna suffer a 30% damage reduction, and those are while standing 4 counter hit DSS forward 2, neutral 1, sorry, neutral 1 guaranteed follow-up, and neutral 2 is as well, this one right here, and 3 plus 4, 4 as well, and then forward 1. I'm fast enough here. There you go, 2-hit combo. And this is where this nerf is mostly gonna be felt. So a little bit of a damage reduction, the faster scaling on guaranteed follow-ups, it's not that big a deal. You lose a little bit of damage, and poking damage, it adds up over time. But it's not that bad, comparatively speaking, from what I've seen other characters get hit with nerfs and stuff, right? But yeah, this is where it's mostly gonna be felt, and this is why I believe this was nerfed. It's because of the launchers. Not so much, of course, you got while standing 4 free, right? This is not a natural launcher. This is only a counter hit launcher. But this is not really a good move. I wouldn't recommend spamming this a lot in the neutral because it's minus 14. You see, you can take the first hit, block the second hit, minus 14. You get a big punish. It's not. It's very unsafe, and for the reward you get, it's not very good because this is bounce instantly, right? So you get the reduced combo. Unless you want to spend your heat resources, right? Then you can do. Let me see. You can do something like this, right? This is what I use to get the most out of it. You have to spend at least a heat bound, right? Which is not optimal. So yeah, don't use this. At least unless you have a read. If you have a read, this is still a good move, of course. But where you're mostly gonna feel this nerf is when you're already in heat. While standing 4 guarantees DSS forward 1, which is of course a launcher that gives you a full combo in heat. Right. So that's gonna scale a lot faster after the update. And I think this is why it was nerfed, because this is a, mind you, a 11 frame. This is almost like the fastest move in the game is a 10 frame jab. So having an 11 frame counter hit launcher in heat, it's very strong. And you could say that maybe he got a guaranteed. Oh wait, let me see. Yeah, he got kind of a slap on the wrist as well in this respect, because you will know that 111 is also guaranteed full combo launcher in heat as well, and this remains the same. It's only counter hit while standing 4 that's getting this change to it. So yeah, while standing 4, DSS forward 1 launcher on counter hit is gonna suffer a damage reduction in the combo damage. The combo damage will still be good, it will just be a little bit less. So of course, your combo damage on while standing 4 free combo, your combos with that will get reduced as well, the damage, right? And your guaranteed follow-ups. So, of course, this is a nerf, but I don't think it's that bad, comparatively speaking. You have to take into consideration, you cannot just look at, like, how does law look post-patch versus pre-patch. You have to take into consideration how does he look post-patch in a brand new game, like with everyone else, like what changes are other characters getting. And granted, I haven't read all of the patch notes yet, so I'm getting around to it. But from what I've seen so far, a lot of characters got hit a lot harder. Some of them got a slap on the wrist. Horang. But yeah, I think overall speaking, he was they've been very nice to Law. He's still very, very strong. His combo damage is still going to be good, I think. He's still a really good all-round character. Now, he doesn't have the highest damage and combo damage in the game or anything, and I don't think he should have with the amount of stuff he has and the options he has. They haven't changed the slide stuff, right? That's still really, really good. Yeah, basically, you'll get from this patch, just to summarize here real quick, right? You'll get increased or better consistency on your rage art. Those will be easier to land, harder to evade for your opponents. And your back 4-3 will hit more consistently now. And you'll get reduced damage on guaranteed follow-ups with while standing 4 counter hits, and reduced damage on while standing 4 counter hit launchers, like this, right? So yeah, those are basically the changes for Law in this upcoming patch. And overall, I'm very positive about it. I think it's fine. Nothing too. I was kind of scared that they were gonna change a bunch, but this seems like a good place to start. I think it's fair, taking everything into considerations. But we'll have to see. Maybe still a little bit too early. We'll have to see in comparison to every other character how this season 1 will play out with these balance patches. And I'm sure there's gonna be more along the way to balance things out. We're still very, very, very early in the game's lifespan, so. Unbalanced things are still going. This is not going to be a balanced game all of a sudden after one big patch. There's still going to be a lot of stuff has to be corrected for and ironed out and stuff, and it will take time to do so. So if we just stay patient, I think it will all work out in the end. And if we help voice our concerns to the community and the game devs and all that kind of stuff as well, I think that helps too. But yes, let's wrap it up here. I hope you found this video informative and helpful, and yeah, until I see you next time, have a good one.